This isn't an electric Kia, even though it looks like one, the EV9. No, this isn't the EV9. This one runs on gasoline. Well, it has 3 engine options, and on top of that, it has more interior space and more versatility. It's ideal for many families, for a lot of people who are looking for a compact SUV that won't break the bank, that you don't have to break the piggy bank for, because it's going to have an affordable price. And on top of that, it comes with a completely renewed design. It was the sensation at the New York Auto Show, the Kia Seltos 2027, and I'm going to tell you what you need to know about it. Welcome. Obviously, this is a completely new design. The Kia Seltos as you knew it is gone, because now this one looks like a baby EV9, but like I said, it's not electric. This one uses gasoline. It has 3 engine options. I'm going to tell you about the 3 engines later, but let's start with the front design. And yes, like I said, it's a smaller EV9 with a different texture. Very upright. The front grille is black. Look at this blue color. Do you like it? I'm not crazy about this color myself. I think it's, a very baby-like color, right? Very childish, but to each their own. And this color, of course, the black gives it another accent, another perspective, but still, it doesn't quite work for me. But the SUV itself is really interesting. Adaptive cruise control, stop and go. That's when you're driving and the traffic ahead stops, the car automatically stops too. You can take your feet off the accelerator, and it does it by itself. You have a higher ground clearance than the previous one. This one has 8.1 inches of ground clearance, which will give you better performance on unpaved roads. It's not for off-roading, obviously, but it does have a bit more versatility in that aspect. The headlights are also very similar to those on the EV9. We have the Constellation here, the Constellation-like shape in this daytime running light, in this amber tone. We also have LED projection lights, accompanying this trim piece that looks very contemporary. Let me know how much you like it, how they designed the grille, and how the overall design of the Kia, the new Kia Seltos 2027 looks. Because definitely, besides having larger dimensions than the previous generation, the look has been completely changed. Here we have this design. This one comes with fog lights, and we also have several sensors. I really like this. Let's take a little walk over here, to where the wheels have a pretty closed-off design. These are 19-inch rims. These are the tires with the contrast here, in black on the wheel arches. We'll also find black here on the mirrors with a base in this sky blue color. The handles are flush style and sit recessed, and when we open here, we start to see the interior. And the first impression when you enter this vehicle is that the cabin feels very quiet. I'll share more after our first test drive. This is the 2027 Kia Seltos, which hasn't reached dealerships yet and isn't available. This is a pre-production unit, but you immediately notice the change in noise levels. I mean, from outside to inside. The reason I'm telling you this is because they've done a good job insulating against noise and vibration, which you notice right away. A dual-screen setup here combines the instrument cluster and the infotainment screen. This, well, other Kia products have it too. Physical buttons for the map, for home, for search, to turn off the radio. The volume also has a physical control. You have steering wheel controls here, and we've seen this semi-oval shaped wheel in other Kia models too. You have your adaptive cruise control buttons on the left and the audio controls on the right. We're going to have a center console here with the gear lever right in the middle of the console. The start button is right here. Your wireless phone charger and your cup holders are here to make better use of the space with this cutout. This is what they've done with this Kia Seltos 2027, and there's a small compartment here with a 12-volt port connection. And another important thing is that now you have a superior connectivity system that allows the Kia Seltos, something the previous generation didn't have, to get over-the-air updates, what they call over-the-air updates. Now let's go to the passenger area to see how it is. I can tell you right away that this Kia Seltos is more spacious than the previous generation. I like how it feels, and look at the level of recline these seats have. Even though it's a compact SUV, it's a small SUV. Those who sit back here, since this is generally a family vehicle, whether it's for your kids or other passengers, whatever the case, they're going to travel quite comfortably. This is the X-Line model. Here I can also see it engraved X-Line, which is, let's say, the top of the Kia Seltos lineup. It has this interesting texture. Here, an armrest with cup holders. You also have a dual-pane panoramic sunroof, which gives a good impression of sophistication. Separated here by this bar, the typical Kia seats, with this headrest as well. This here is for hanging your jacket, your coat, and you have USB-C ports here to charge your phone, especially for rear passengers who have air vents but no individual control. In general, besides comfort, you have more space for your head, your legs, and your hips. It's a little bigger, so they've added more comfort. Now let's take a look at the rear so you can get an idea of how much you can load here. And honestly, I think there's a lot of space here. Here you'll have your space for the spare tire. But look, you have additional spaces for cargo. You can fold these seats down to create a great space. This is so you can see it and use it as a reference. Because the Kia Seltos will definitely offer that, right? Functionality and versatility. And I really like the rear. The design itself, like I said, looks a lot like the EV9. The rear has this light here that goes almost from side to side with a small interruption. LED light. The red light looks really nice, let's say. I'm not totally sold on the color, but with these seats I think it looks a bit better. The Kia, we have the X-Line logo here, raised Seltos lettering. Below the black tone for the rear bumper, some sensors, and the brake lights. I mean, I think the rear ones also in this pretty modern design work well. And besides that, a rear spoiler for aerodynamics, which the EV9 SUV, the electric one, also has. That's why it's called the baby EV9 now. Let's check out the engine. If you enjoyed the video, please like it. This is a very important, very popular segment. A large number of people are looking for an SUV. If you like the video, you'll allow or help many other people to see the information, to have access to guidance before making a purchase decision. I'm not telling you. I really don't usually recommend vehicles. I don't tell anyone which vehicle to buy for obvious reasons of professional ethics. This is one of the options, the Kia Seltos, for people to see. If you give it a like, you help spread that information. I also ask you to subscribe as a show of support, and that way, we also help these videos keep spreading. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now let's talk about a very important aspect, which is the engine. And here is another very important part, which is what you should remember from this video. And if someone is looking for an SUV like this, you should share it with them. And I really want to emphasize this because the engines, it's not just one engine, it's not two engines, there are three different engines. Here we're looking at one, which is the turbo GDI, but there are three engine options. The first is a conventional 2.0-liter naturally aspirated engine, meaning it doesn't have a turbo component. The other would be this one, the 1.6-liter turbocharged engine. And you're also going to have a new hybrid system. At the time of this recording, I can't give you horsepower or torque figures yet. This is a pre-production unit. They just did the launch. I'll keep updating all that information as the brand gives us more details. Also, don't ask me about fuel economy, because that information hasn't been validated yet. It hasn't been made official by Kia. We don't have that data, but it will have three engines. That's an important fact to remember. And Kia's SUVs look alike. I mentioned the EV9 because yes, it does have some similarities with the EV9, but I forgot that actually, I find it more similar to a Kia Telluride, like a baby Telluride. More than a baby EV9, more than the electric one. This one closely resembles the new Seltos and draws much inspiration from it, but it's based on the Kia Telluride. If you like the Kia Telluride, it will catch your eye. This is the baby Telluride, and it has, if you look at how they've designed it compared to the new Telluride that I had the chance to test recently, and you have the video there on my channel of the new Telluride 2027, you'll realize that it's very similar, very alike. And there we have another one of the colors. You tell me if you like it more. Is it this one or do you like the blue one more? Which do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. And looking at this one, in beige tone, I can tell you again that the safety assistance system the driver assistance system has been expanded with standard hands-on-the-wheel detection, plus forward collision avoidance assist with intersection turning. It has smart cruise control with stop and go, and also many sensors both front and rear that will give you greater safety. In addition, it has a surround camera that obviously increases the safety levels. Very well, there you have it. The Seltos is the only vehicle in its segment with three engine options. That's an important point to remember. I already told you when it will be available. In the third quarter of 2026, as a 2027 model. The price hasn't been released by the brand yet, so let me know in the comments what you think about the launch of the new Kia Seltos 2027. Do you like it or not, compared to other similar vehicles? Do you prefer this one, or is it definitely not among the options you would consider? Let me know. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like the video, and see you next time. Take care.